What's up guys, it's me again, Dennis Hagov here, and our electrotransport store UC.sale. So before we start our video and our review, I want to ask you to press the like button, to press subscribe button. Also, if you are interested in products, in electrotransport products, unicycles, scooters, so please visit our website ucsale.com and you can order and we can deliver for you the product you need in all Europe territories. So we deliver only in Europe Union countries, so the delivery is quite fast, from 2-3 days till 1 week, I think. Yes, it is also depends on the season, because now it's Christmas time season, so the deliveries will be little bit, I think, with a delay here, but anyway it is quite fast and many products we have in stock. And if we are talking about the veteran Sherman S product, so we will have it in stock in the late December or I think in the start of 2023 in the January. Contact us via our contacts, email us, and we will provide you a good price, I think, and you will be happy with such a product. So okay, let's start talk about the veteran Sherman S. So guys, yeah, we'll try to as clear as I can with my English in the language explain you my feelings about that wheel. And this review will be two parts of a review and two aspects, two moments I want to discuss with you. The first one, of course, it is ergonomics, design, look and performance of that wheel. The second one part, the more moral part. The moral is what, if you remember and if you are watching my channel from the beginning, and when the unicycles with the suspensions come to the market, and I was talking a lot about that, and you all know who watching my channel, but I am also riding with motorcycles, and I'm riding with enduro bike, hard enduro, and so on. So I understand. I have not only understanding about the suspension, about the working suspension, not only about the unicycles, but also with motorcycles, and I know exactly how the normal suspension need to work. And I was telling I was telling a lot about the products come to the market from the different manufacturers. I will not tell you now, don't want to blame some manufacturers here, but if you watch my channel you need to understand what I am talking about, what I was talking about at that moment, and all these minuses. And I was saying what, yes, the suspension is working, but we have here problems, and seems it is working, but working not correctly, not working like it should work, So here finally we have the Sherman S. And also I want to talk about, if you remember the story about the Lipercum company and USSL shop company. So the beginning of the story was that when the firstly Sherman come to the market, and I was making review and I was saying, yes, this is the real product for the real riders, and with the wheel, the veteran Sherman was the wheel not only for fun rides, and many people who working with a courier delivery like the bolt rides and so on, food delivery, so they working, and these wheels are working like the real horses in different conditions, weather condition, in hard condition, in rain, in snow, all around the year, the people all around the world, from the hot countries till the north countries like the Sweden, Finland, and so on. People are working 360 days, per year, and the wheels are really making the thousands and thousands kilometers and really great products. So after that, the Abrams come to the market, and you saw my review, and I was blaming the Abrams. I was not understanding that wheel, and in my opinion still this wheel is confused nightmare and so on. So, and many issues was with that wheel was, as I believe and understand, we still not solved it, and just was passed from that. And when Lipercum made the update for the Sherman, made the Sherman Max, and anyway, it was not such a lightweight wheel anymore, and the Sherman Max was weight about 40 kilos already. So, and it was not up-to-date wheel without all technologies, and so this was like the the moment before dying, when you just trying to take a little bit of that market, but anyway, the few years already passed, and the company needed to do something here, and after all this reputation was really affected, and all these problems. So now they present the new product, and all community, of course, they are reacting, and they are understanding what new product has a lot of problems. And here you don't need to to hurry with pre-orders, and we understanding that also that all these first batches usually had a lot of problems. And if honestly talking about the price tag we have now for the products, 4,000 euros plus, so this is a huge money, and understand that this is really huge money, and the people need to be 100% guaranteed that they buying the product, and they have working one product. And as I know from our statistics, that the most people, most riders, most our clients, 90% plus of the clients just want to buy the product and just want to ride it, and don't want to sit hours and hours in the forums, different communities, and discussing that problems, finding the solution for that problems, and so on. So people are busy, and respect the time they spend, and we just see that people are writing us that Dennis, please help me, I want to ride, but I don't want to sit hours and hours, so what you can recommend for us for our products. And this is the moment we see now, and we see that the reaction from the community are coming. So if manufacturers don't learn their lessons and keep publishing the wheels with many problems, so the community reacts and stop buying that, and we see this now already. So okay, why I was talking about that, so idea is that the Sherman was great product, the Abrams was one of the worst products ever built, and now we have a Sherman S, and I honestly can say I ride already. Not ride a lot, but because Lithuania winter now, a lot of snow on the streets, and it is cold. So not possible, to ride it normally and to make it full review with many miles riding on that wheel. But anyway, I had my opportunity to ride it, and I understand that wheel, and I want to share with you. And the idea is that I'm returning now back. So idea is that this wheel is really great, and I like it so much, and every aspect, every moment, beginning from the design, for the ergonomics, from the look, I see and I understand what they build this wheel, and they was thinking like the riders, not like they know just the manufacturers, engineers and marketing one guys and so on. So let's start from the look. Looking great, and you see the photos, you see it on my table, and really high-tech, up-to-date one wheel with great looking, very brutal look, you know, it's like the working one, like the tank, you know, it's working one wheel. So of course we will begin from the top one here, and you see here the handle, and this handle is comfortable when you ride, when you want to brake, when you're riding as seated, when you just can take it, you know, can take it, push it forward, backward for stopping and so on. It is really helps. Another handle is from the back side, and if you take from the both handles, it is very comfortable to take that wheel and to put it somewhere, you know, and so on. So really ergonomically very helpful for you. And that weight, and the weight for that wheel is 44 kilograms, stock with a pads and so on, like it is from the box with a Kenda off-road tire, usual Kenda tire, Liperkim using for the 20-inch wheels, so years already. So anyway, returning, so idea is what this 44 kilos not feels 44 when you can take it comfortably, and compared to another product like the Masters maybe and so on. So you have this handle, a middle side plastic, and it's not comfortable to take. You need to search, you know, moments how to take it, and it is not comfortable. Here I'll solve it and I'll comfortable, and you immediately understand what who was designing it and making this wheel. They was thinking what, yes, such a position will be best of best, and they made it, and I'm really happy what I see, my eyes see. Regarding the screen not the same like what Sherman have, but technology are the same graphics, and it has light, so you can clearly see it at the night. Black and white screen, a little bit better reading of the screen, a little bit better understanding what you're pressing here, but you see still not touch screen, same 4 buttons, and you can just use it from the menus to see the statistics and so on. So we already saw it in the previous model, but just it's a little bit different, you know, with a placement. And overall all screen are staying in some small angle, and it's comfortable to see it, to read it on the high speed. So I had here no problems for the reading, you know, when I accelerating and when I'm going fast. But I was going quite fast, not very fast, but the top speed now in the December, you know, in all these wet roads and sleepy roads, I was able to reach 67 kilometers per hour. So not bad, I think, and I will talk about that a little bit later. Okay, now let's return back for the ergonomics. And also you have here in the top the handle. The handle is plastic, not so comfortable, and handle also use it like the part of the seat, and you see here this small seat you need to put with seat pad. Seat has the two side type, and you just put it on the top of a handle. It is comfortable to ride, but if you're a seat rider, I think you will need to make here little bit better and softer one, you know, seat here if you prefer to ride mostly seated here. So, but anyway, you have possibility to do that, and the upgrade will be not so difficult to you here. Regarding the handle, idea is what to open the handle you need to push here this button, you need to push it and release the handle. Trolley it with such a handle when the wheel are looking in front, not comfortable to take it. You can troll it, but when you push 44 kilos from side to side, you feel like this handle are twisted, you know, and this not made for me feel safe, you know, to operate it easy. I'm always thinking not to break it, but anyway, I find for me that if I put the wheel upside down, I mean not upside down, but where I am trolling it like the RS, you know, and my idea is that when the back of the wheel are looking forward, and I take it from the back side opposite, for me it is more comfortable to manipulate with a wheel like such a manipulate with RS. Maybe it is just my I believe I use it a lot of MSP and RS, and it is comfortable to me to manipulate like that. But anyway, as I said, my opinion, manipulate upside down, it's more comfortable just when the wheel are looking back, looking to the forward here. Okay, still you can use it not best and compared to the Sherman here. The Sherman had a greater handle, more operatable, more comfortable to operate, but this one still can be usable. We have a front light, and the beam of a front light are not so strong as usual, I think, same like the Sherman has, but the beam no longer support with blinking red lights and so on, so it's just the headlight with one, I believe, with one mode. It's just brightly brights forward, and I tried it in the parking, in the dark parking. It is bright, it's bright, but not so great light, and we have in the market better products. Only one positive moment here, but you can still normally regulate, adjust the angle of the headlights, and you can adjust the angle of the beam, and this is a great solution. Now we're talking about the backlight, and the backlight clearly seen in the daylight, and this is great. So it is bright red one. When you're stopping, it is blinking, and when you're turning, the corners of lights are blinking left or right. And this one also have solution like the two laser beams are going to the ground, and you can clearly see the lines on the ground. I don't know how usable it is, and how on our pedestrians or on our users on the streets, or when they're riding together with you with a cars and so on, how we will see that. I don't think so that this is seen, but when the wheels are staying, it is looking really futuristic and great, you know, here. So it is just a part of an element of a design, not so usable, you know, but just the part of a design. We also have a button on the lamp. You press that button, and one of the side laser are start working. And I don't know why this feature was built. I think maybe if you will just left that wheel somewhere, you can press that button, and the laser will blink and will show what this, like the, you know, like the warning lights for an hour. I think so, just trying to understand that, but clearly cannot say about that 100% correctly. Okay, let's return to the wheel. The wheel have plastic stand here, and the wheels are stand on the ground really great. You can see I pushing it from the side to side, and the wheel are staying really great. And we saw already many of our products on the market with also with a stand, but you push it a little bit and the wheel immediately are going on the side. So here, good stand, and I feel it's strong and stable. The wheel can finally stay on the ground stable here, and this is a great solution. Another one part I need to talk is what you need to understand what these handles are all together with all body, and all this body are going with a suspension. So if you are riding with a stairs, from the stairs, so you have a possibility, if the stairs are quite had a quite big height here and aggressive angle, you have possibility to hit with a stand. So if you are aggressive rider, aggressive off-road rider, aggressive city rider, where you're going, you know, in all ways, all around, and no limits for you, better should be to remove that stand from the wheel to get maximum safety here, and don't have problem when you hit it, you know, and get your crash here. Anyway, but I just wanted to talk about that. And overall, as I said, the wheel not only looking solid build, but it is solid build, and all this magnesium covers, this is from the metal magnesium, so made this wheel very strong feeling, very strong feeling. It is looking good and strongly built, and this is another one. From one side it's a great moment, from another side it's not great moment, and I will try to explain that. Idea is what these two sides, this is the battery compartment for the batteries. Two packs are here, connected with a wire here, and this is from the magnesium. And idea is what these packs are just the part of all body, and you put it on the shock absorber here together. And the idea is that you don't have the pillars anymore, and the part of a pillar here of a holders is the part of a pedal holders is also part of all this body. And as you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 for this part. Solution same, not exactly 100%, but it is same design solution like the Kingsong S22 Eagle has. So idea is what you can see here clearly what these sides of pillars, I will say that, are looking from the overall wheel construction, looking to the world. I don't know how to say it, sorry guys, but idea is if you will get hard crash here on the side, you definitely will hit with this part here, and you hit with the pillars. So magnesium, it is a metal, but with a bigger impact you will hit the cut here. So only the time and crashes of riders will show how strong this moment are here. But I see here potential problem for the future crashes if you're aggressively ride and crash wheel a lot on the streets, I don't crash the wheel, so for me it is not a problem, but I need to speak about that. So if you will have the crash, you have a big possibility to break all this side. You will need to fix all this, buy new one part. It will be not so cheap one plastic like you saw on our products like in Motion, Bigode and so on. Few dollars, few euros plastic you can easily change. So all this part will cost you additional monies. This is the first one moment, and second one moment what the batteries inside these compartments are glued with a silicone from the factory, so you needed to open these compartments, remove the batteries, put the batteries in new compartment, silicone all around, all back, made it hermetic all around back, and then we put this compartment back and put the pedals also here. So the moment, but as I said, overall I feel the structurally this is very solid one build wheel. Regarding the pads, so the pads from the box as usual, I know that every rider who buys such a product for such a money will never use such a pad, so I don't think I need to speak a lot about them. Just want to tell you that yes, you can use it from the box. It is used normal pads, yes, has some possibility to accelerate better, brake better, but definitely I know you will change it. I know you will change it. It is not the product, for the riders who will own such a product here. So anyway, regarding the pedals, and here we have new features. We have also story here about the pedals. So the pedals are made especially for that wheels. The new technology, you can raise the length of the pedals from the both sides. This is one part. The second part, nothing else in the market with the same mounting installation has. So if anybody will if somebody will make the pedals, the foot plates for the Sherman S, so they will make it only for the Sherman S. So yeah, this will cost additional money here for sure. Overall about the pedal, I like them, and I even don't need it to straight them, to make the length bigger here, because my foot not so huge, 43 euro standard. so I was comfortable with ships with one. For the moment with wheel with new, the ships are working, and I was staying quite stable here on that on these pedals. And I also like the angle of the pedals. It is, for me, it is a great angle and good balanced, and nothing need, for me personally, nothing need to be changed here. All seems to me is great. One moment I see here, try to explain, you see the holes, yeah, and the idea of the sport pedals to have a lot of holes around the ships, you know, to remove all this mud from the ships to make the stable, you know, connection your foot with a wheel. So they made here the big 3 holes, and they made the ships, but on the place where the ships are staying here, you have, you know, some type of how to say, buff, you know, like the buff. So all the mud will coming all around here and will not remove it from that side. And these holes are ideas, but these holes are useless because you have here some types of, you know, inner placement when the all mud will have and to stay here on that pedal. So funny one, but anyway, better than nothing. Quite good pedals, but still need to be improved in my opinion if you will ride aggressively in the mud condition, in the forest and so on. These pedals will not work as the normal products now on the aftermarket are working. So, but anyway, as I said, not bad for me, and it can be usable normally here, just from the box. So this is, I think that's it about design. As I said, great looking wheel, many features, many stuff from the design part was thinking about. We have here the charging port on the front, two charging possibilities of 2 chargers at once. What's all about the design? The motor we have here, strong motor, powerful motor, black rim, good design. The tire Kenda as usual. The motor magnets is C47, so 47 millimeters of wideness of motors. So it is almost like the C48, the torque motor from the Bigodi wheel. So C47. And also I want to say already what I already made the update update of the firmware of that wheel. So the wheel, when it come to me, was with firmware 1.00.03. Now I installed the 1.00.05 here, and I have this possibility to activate the high speed and high power mode with a free spin 120 kilometers per hour, and all this power additionally released for that wheel. So at the day I was filming that review, I was already riding in that maximum power and maximum speed possibilities of that wheel. Just wanted to remind you, so I know about that, and I know how this wheel rides now. So anyway, let's return about the overall ergonomics. So the idea is, I like to test such a product because I feel that, as I said previously, who made that wheel, they really was thinking like the riders. So ergonomically, the pedals, how I am staying on that pedals angle, how my legs are going here, and even this part, it's not making me discomfort or any another variants of discomfort. All seems here going correctly, and legs, and overall ergonomically when I'm staying on that wheel I feel comfortable. So all seams are made by riders for the riders. And the one moment I was afraid a little bit about the position, the high position of the pedals, and I was thinking, okay, this wheel is built for the extreme off-road, and we all saw that videos from China for the testings, you know, where we're going all these hill climbs and so on, this hard off-road and so on. So mostly people not riding like that, we're riding on the streets, and many riders are riding aggressively high speeds. And here, yes, the placement of the pedals are really high, and I was afraid of that, and I was saying that in my review of a Master, that the pedals are high and it is good on off-road but not stable on the high speed for a Master here. and I was afraid same here, so same situation to be returning here with a Sherman S. But no, I don't know why, but seems it is okay. I don't know how we made that, all this ergonomics, balance and so on of that wheel. Maybe the motor has the bigger gyro power here and more stability. Maybe because of the suspension are working normally. So maybe all these factors all together, but I had no problem. Even with this Kenda off-road tire, I firstly ever stay on that wheel, and I was just hitting 60 permanently, and it was no problem for me with the stability. And I was riding and thinking, was speaking with myself like, wow, how it is possible. I'm staying high, but no problems for me. The wheel are stable, and as I said, maximum speed is 67, and no problems, no stability problems here. And even more I can say, when I'm operating on the low speed angling, or low speed turnings, I don't feel that wheel are going on side. When I was speaking about the Master Pro, when you remember all these big and heavy wheels like Abrams, you're going low speed and you feel like wheel or want to go like the rock with you are going on the back. This wheel don't gives you such a feelings. It is easy to manipulate with low speeds, and it is easy to manipulate to make the cornerings, and I don't feel that weight here. And this idea is, I think about that all day long already. I think how they made that, but this wheel are really greatly manipulating, greatly управлять controllable. This wheel is greatly controllable, in all range of the speeds. Maybe I wanted to make it lower for a few, maybe 1 centimeter, but as it is good, and I even don't think you need to do something and searching, some products or making the pedals, lower here. You can leave that, no problems, and I see here no problems. Only one problem I see here, but when you need to step on that wheel, you need to step high. And when you're going, on the high speed, you feel that you are going high on the ground, but that's it. No more problems with wobblings and so on. The wheel is stably accelerating and stably braking. So ergonomically, as I said, this wheel are just perfect. And I think this is what community needed in all these years and waiting for, all these years. Greatly ergonomically built wheel, when you feel that all fine, I'm all fine, just all fine and all good. Okay. So this is about the ergonomics. So let's talk now about the suspension, and of course the part of the suspension are mostly important part, and as I said in my beginning of my review, as I was telling about that suspension a lot. And the first moment when I just stay on that wheel, I push it, and I step with both legs, and that first moment when the wheel are loaded, and I feel like I'm riding, and I smell this surface, bumps, and I feel immediately what the suspension start working in all these small bumps. And that moment, it is like fantastic, and I feel finally, and that's my first impressions. What I just riding, I see the small bumps and suspension is doing like the like the Mercedes S-Class, like that. And I feel finally, no more, possibilities to find solution to make something better, shocks, better linkage, better, don't know, this rolling stuff and this shit. Sorry guys, this is the product, and they do not invent it, the wheel, and they do not invent it bicycle. They just take the normal shocks from the shocks market, with all these shims, with all these rubbers and so on, polarized metal, with all this regulation, and just put it on the wheel. And this is definitely the solution, and this is the future for the wheels. I think all wheels need to go in that way if somebody want to make the wheel with suspension. No more with all this shitty linkage and all this shitty. Sorry guys, but this one is riding just abnormally perfect, and I just start to regulate it immediately by how I feel that wheel, how it should ride. I tried to jump from the small stairs on the parking, tried to climb on the stairs on parking, and all this high speed, low speeds riding with all these bumps, and this is insane. The suspension working insanely. I don't know how long will last this China suspension system with shock absorbers, because they manufacture. This is not KIB, this is not Japanese professional and so on, but this is China product. I don't know how long they will last, but definitely this is really good. And if they will break someday, you just buy once good product, Japanese or else from the aftermarket, put it here and forget about that forever. And also I need to remind you that this wheel Sherman has come with two versions, with a 59 lbs suspension and 62 lbs suspension. So 59 is still 80 kilograms and 62 lbs from the 80 till 100 kilograms and plus riders. So when you will order your wheel, just ensure you're ordering right product here with the right weight you are needed. So as I said, returning back to the suspension, working incredibly good, incredible. It is just perfect for me. I don't know what to say you. It is just working, Finally, we have the wheel here on the table. 2 years passed since the wheels with a suspension start manufactured, and finally we have the first ever, working normally wheel with a normal suspension, how it should work normally. And you all know, guys, I'm riding not only unicycles, also I'm riding the motorcycles and hard enduro bikes, so I definitely know how the real suspension need to be worked here. And so glad not the emotion, not the Bigodi, not the King Song, but finally the Lippert came, the small company with only 3 products on the market, made the wheel with a normal working suspension. I'm really glad that they did that. Okay, that's it, I think, about the suspension, because nothing to tell you more. Just perfect here, nothing to tell more. And from the durability side, you don't have all this linkage, you don't need to pump something, it is just working, just working. And I think that's it. What can I say? You just need to, to adjust it by yourself, and that's it forever. So really nice here. So about the specification, 20-inch wheel, 100 volt, 3600 watt-hour battery, maximum speed on the high speed 120 kilometers. I know the riders already tested it and was able to speed up till 85 kilometers per hour. That's really great result, and I don't really think somebody needs going faster more than this speed. Mainly just to put, TikTok record or Instagram record. Yes, you will run such a fast, but for casual riding you don't need such a speed. I was riding 84, I know, with a master, I know what that speed is all about, and I know how fastly the battery are drying on the such speed. So this speed is only for, as I said, for the TikTok, warriors, to set the record, to set the records for you individually, to set I made that, and that's it, I think. And you will never ride such a high speed, so never need to go faster. Regarding the motor working and acceleration, so the wheel combining and high speed and high torque. It is quite torquey from the beginning, from the low speed. You push it and you feel the power acceleration of C37 motor. You feel that power it's providing you, and it is capable to run fast, easy, till 85 kilometers per hour. So just cover it both, Bigodi made before the high speed, high torque. This is one wheel and high speed and high torque. Yes, I can say you only one moment what from the speed from the 30 till 50, maybe 60, I don't know correctly, don't test it that low, but I feel the power gap, not like the gap, I feel that the controller reducing the power on the motor, not providing all the power, and I understand that this is 100 volt wheel, and if we will compare the Master and this one, so the Master has the greater acceleration here and greater power if you need the drag racing. This one still have really good acceleration, but compared to the Master, not such a good. Low speed, when you need to climb, both have the great power from the low speed just to push that wheel, But when you're speeding with all this speed, speed up, I feel that the power is reducing and the wheel not accelerating so fastly as the Master accelerates with 134 volts. So here is the answer, but this one still, as I said, not best in many moments, but overall it is, I think this is the best wheel, I think, and I see it, so it is in many aspects you can use it. No, the wheel are made, as I said, made for the riders. You need forest run, okay, this one guy has power. You need fast run, this guy has power. Drag race will not win drag race, but anyway it has power and you're comfortable with that power. Accelerate really great. Regarding the braking, I was feeling that the braking was not so aggressive. I don't know why, maybe of high pedals, I think so. I tried to brake it, but I feel that it should be a little bit better on the braking compared, for example, for the Master. I think yes, the Master is greatly braking here more aggressively. Maybe it is the program of a controller, but not making such a big recuperation here. I think so, but just my feeling, the braking, in my opinion, should be a little bit better here. But accelerating, I had no problems here for that wheel. Regarding the waterproofness, and I see that wheel is also made really great, and it's really can be usable, in the wet conditions. The battery compartment are isolated here with all this stuff, so the water will not come inside. The lamps, the front and back lamps, also I know it is glued with a silicone, so no water will come inside. The main board controller also, we don't have direct impact from the downside here, so it is covered and isolated in controller inside that cover. From the front side we have plastic cover with all these screens, so it is also have a rubber insert, and it is put it and screw it quite good, so water will not come here so easily. Only one moment I can say about that waterproofness. What we have, you can see in the photo, the bibber on the back side of a speaker, and the bibber connector and the bibber are not capable to handle, the water here, and definitely if you will keep using it on the water, it is breaks, just get rusty soon, and breaks. And another moment is we're using the same idea for the wiring connectors like the Sherman has, with these mini jacks connectors from both sides, and you push it, from the bottom to the top side cover. I think not good solution, but I don't know why we're returning to that solution, because even the Abrams had these plugs connectors waterproofed. When you put it and screw it, and you have a great connection, and water cannot come inside of that connector. So I think here using the same technology should be much better here when just using these mini jacks, that will definitely the water coming in that inside that shell and can make some problems with lights in the future here, but this is the small moments I saw, but overall I don't see any another problems here with waterproofness, so this wheel can be used also in the hard condition already from the box. And I know the motor here, it is not a whole motor, but with a big axle inside, like we had already in the Sherman Max, we had in the Abrams. So but idea is that I know they already put the silicone around the cable, and the cable wires are very big here, and I think the bigger I think will be only on the V13 wires from the motor. So we have here the small resistance from the wires, also great solution, so the water cannot come inside. And we also made the rubber insert for the bearings from the both sides from the factory, so the bearings here already from the factory are protected from the water coming and all this mud coming inside the surface of the bearing. So we think a lot, and when I see that product and I see what they are thinking, this is such small company, Liperkim, they are thinking this time, they was thinking a lot. And I can honestly say, I was honestly saying about the Abrams that this was nightmare. Now I am honestly saying that the Sherman S is honestly the greatest unicycle I was saw in 2022. So the wheel with a suspension for the community needs now on the market, and this suspension finally working, you can use it. So for me it is not a problem. I'm not just trying to promote one brand or another. I just trying to speak honestly. If I am seeing the bad product and I see the minuses, I'm speaking about that. And if I see the good product, I'm speaking honestly, but this is good product. And the Sherman S is really great product, and I see it, and I even deeply believe that in 2023 I will ride with a Sherman S, and I don't need all these high voltages because I am not riding so fast, so crazy and so on. So, but I need the ultimate wheel, I can ride, daily, I can ride long distance, I can ride forest, I can ride, it is universal wheel for all purposes, and for with ultimate comfort of that suspension they put here, just made no competitors in my opinion here. Yes, all we know the story about the Commander Pro, and we was ready to make the Commander Pro 100 volt like the main competitor here to the Sherman S, but Commander should see the world already in the two versions, high speed, high torque, already all these same solutions, high speed, high torque, good torque, but no speed, speed motor, good speed, no torque, and this is, always searching for something really not good. This one has all inside, buy one and you have all inside. So the Bigodi now just change the mind, take from the production and don't even send 100 volt wheels, and now we're building the 134 volt with a C38 motor, like the Master, all this stuff will have, and we have something like the same shock system. We will see that, and I hope they will make it not only looking like the Sherman S. I hope they will make it like the Sherman S with all this, quality and all this, ergonomics what the Sherman S was thinking, and I was telling you so long already. So, regarding the algorithms, how it is rides, you can see it on video. So feel that gap going forward and backward on the wheel, so it is like the zero, die point, like the not feeling point about the 3-4, maybe, about the 4 millimeters, gap going from and backside. And even if a wheel staying balanced and put it on the wall, behind the wall. So I feel sometimes the wheel are just starting to dance, forward, backward. I don't know, the firmware here updated, but the problem same. Maybe it will be fixed in the future. I don't feel some problems, when I was riding, but anyway, just I saw that this wheel is just, shaking from front and back side. Here, another one moment, you all know the algorithms of the Shermans and Abrams. When you're accelerating, pedals going deeply, when you're braking, the pedals going backward, and all these algorithms playing with the pedals had all these Shermans and so on and Abrams. So for the Sherman S, it is fixed, and the algorithms, it is, but it is strange working algorithm. It is not bad, but I feel when I riding normally, it is pedals are staying on the ground. But if I hardly press forward and backward, the pedals permanently going a little bit down, and immediately the wheel corrects the angle. So they are going a little bit down and immediately going back, like that. You're accelerating and back, and this is the closest I was feeling. It was like the split modes in motion with 12 HT, when it helps you accelerate by pushing the pedals backward, to you, to help you to accelerate the wheel. So here was not same, but almost the same as I was feeling the resistance from the pedals. I push them a little bit and they are going back, push and going back. But anyway, it tries to stay, to keep the level, the pedal parallel to the ground, and this is one really great. I was trying to spin 360 of the wheel, trying to go fast corners in the underground parking, but I don't feel that the pedals are going deep. So this one also seems to be fixed in that wheel here. So overall, just one more about the charger. From the box, we have 5 amps charger, but different design. It is little bit, smaller one, I think now, but quite heavy still. 2 lamps we have here, 100 volt 5 amps charger. From the box, and I was really surprised, the quality of user manual better now, and this is not only product catalog, but also a real user manual. When you just, can read normally how you can adjust your pedals, how you can adjust your menu screen and many other stuff, how you can adjust your suspension. So it is normal user manual for the wheel. That's nice. And another one moment we have here the function testing passport, and we have here a lot of stamps for all engineering. I really hope that this is not the final moment when the one person going putting all the stamps before putting on the box, but I really believe that this is like the quality check, and every person that check it, many stuff, motors, lamps, program, screen and so on, and they all put here the stamps what the products will check it before send. And we have a lot of serial numbers from that side, motor, suspension serial number, and all of this has serial numbers, and also have stamps that all products all around was checked when before it was put it in the box, and all was fine. Even the look of the wheel was good, no problems, and all was fine. So yes, I like that. I like to feel, I don't know, but I like even to feel what somebody are thinking about that this is important to put working wheel on the box, not just put the wheel and just the wheels are going, now a warehouse, we put it from the box, and we see the broken motor from the factory with defects. We see all this stuff not working, not charging, and else, not working, and we need to solve that problems and so on. So this is not good. So this solution, I see how the Liperkim company are thinking now, and I hope that this moment with Abrams was not good moment for the Liperkim, but they learned their lessons, and I really believe that now this one products, and the new products will be greater and greater here. So definitely, guys, I think that's it for the review. I was speaking a lot about that wheel, and I was speaking a lot about my feelings, because the feelings, it is the engine that brings me for this UC market, the feelings of riding, of this freedom and so on. And with such product I was really pleasured to test it, and I was really stayed pleasured about my feelings with that products, and really great, guys, really great. The best UC was happening in 2022. I still waiting the V13. I hope will go at the end of December, and I will be able to make the review. Don't promise, but anyway, end of December, start of January, I will make the review for the V13 and maybe Commander Pro. We will see, guys. So thank you once more for watching. If you like that video, please push the like button, subscribe button, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget about website uc.sail.com. and thank you once more for watching. Denis Hagov, bye bye, guys.